Hi everyone, I'm here with another Leetcode problem, kids with greatest number of candies. Let's look into the problem statement, what exactly the question is. There are n kids with candies who are given an integer array candies where each candies of 5 represent the number of candies the kid has, and an integer extra candies denoting the number of extra candies that you have. Return the boolean array result of length n where result of I is true after giving the ith kid all the extra candies. They will have the greatest number of candies among all the kids, false or otherwise. Note that multiple kids can have the greatest number of candies, which means multiple kids can have this greatest number, which means it can be same. Let's look into the examples for better understanding. We were given an integer array as mentioned, 2, 3, 5, 1, 3, and an extra candies which is 3. Let's try to understand what they mean exactly in some code. For example, if we add these extra candies to any ith kid. For example, if you add these extra candies to the first kid, which makes this 5, which is highest among all others. Yeah, there is 5 already, but still it is allowed. As I mentioned, you can have multiple kids with the greatest number, which is even it is same. And then let's check for this. If you add 3 to this 3 existing 3, it makes 6, which is even more higher than 5, and it is also a valid case. In case of 5, this is a valid even before adding the extra candies, or even after adding the extra candies also it makes the truest. But in this case, if you add 3 to the existing 1, it makes only 4, which is less than the greatest among the existing kids. So we need to return false. In last case, which is same in the second case, if you add 3 to this 3, it makes 6, which is greater than 5, and we need to return true. Let's straight away jump into the solution. You might think we can try to add ith kid to this extra candies and then iterating over all other kids, and then we can compare and we can update our result, which makes ending up with taking a lot more time, which is equivalent to O of n square. Let's avoid that by going with some slight changes. For example, I will try to identify what max is among the existing given candies, and with the help of that max, I will try to perform my logic. Let's jump into the solution. As mentioned, let me create a variable to store the max from the given input. Integer.minValue. Let me initialize this at minimum. So over the for loop, I can update based on the candies. So we are iterating over each candy, and then we have to update our max for every iteration. Math.max of max comma candy. So this ensures that we were storing the maximum among the given candies, and by taking help of this, we will iterate over an array. We will iterate over the given candies one more time, and we can be able to identify whether every kid is a valid or not by adding these extra candies, which is very simple. For example, let me illustrate. So that we have max already in this case, which is 5. Let's try adding this 3 to every kid on each iteration. For example, if you add to the first kid, which is 5, which is greater than or equal to the max, which is 5. In this case, we will update it as 2. And in this second case, we will add this 3 to this existing 3. And we don't need to check upon all the other entries because we already have the max among all the entries. We can directly compare with this max, which makes our life easier. So I'm doing the same here. Let me create an integer array list to store the result. And list of boolean answer is equal to new array list. So again we have to iterate over the given candies, and each time we need to add the extra candies to this candy, and then we have to compare whether it is greater than or equal to max, and then only we can add it as 2. Otherwise we need to add false. So let me compare this. if extra candies plus candy greater than or equal to max. If this satisfied, then only we have to add true to our answer. Else, if it is not satisfied, we have to add false to our answer. That's it. We have to return the answer at the end as expected. Let's try to run this and check whether our solutions work. Change this. Let me change this as well. This is accepted, and let's try to submit this. Yeah, so that's. Let's talk about the time complexity and space complexity. It is straightforward compared to all other problems. The space complexity is O of n because we are iterating over the given integer. Yeah, obviously we are iterating over two passes because where we all know the constants were equal when calculating time complexity, so I am considering it as O of n. And it is same for space complexity as well. We are creating the Boolean array to store the result, which is also we can consider we are creating some extra space. By including that, we can say O of n. If we are not including the result, then we are not taking any extra space. We are just creating one variable to store the max. There is no extra space if you don't consider this. That's it. Thank you.